I live in a house with four women: my wife, my mother, my mother-in-law, and a 14-year-old granddaughter who thinks TikTok is an Olympic sport. I'm the only man in the house unless you count the UPS guy who just throws the packages on the porch and runs. Now, my wife, my mother, and my mother-in-law are not your average ladies. Oh no, they're warriors, armed with washi tape, glue sticks, and an unreasonable passion for junk journaling and scrapbooking. Do you know what junk journaling is? I didn't either. I thought it was writing in a notebook about how we've collected way too much takeout menus. It's like scrapbooking, but with more chaos, like 300% more tiny scissors. Our dining room looks like an Etsy convention crashed into a recycling plant. You can't eat dinner at the table because it's covered in antique books, lace, and something called ephemera, which I thought was a rash until I got corrected. No, honey, it's vintage paper. Vintage. It's a gas bill from 1983. They've got bins labeled old postage, rusty keys, stained tea bags. I'm like, are you making a journal or summoning the spirits? And every time I open the fridge, there's a 50-50 chance I grab something that's supposed to be in the container. More often than not, it's a special glue that has to remain at 34 degrees until applied. Now, the 14-year-old girl, she's her little genius. But also she's not. Because if it's not on TikTok, she doesn't know how to do it. She stares at the phone like it holds the secrets to the universe. Meanwhile, I'm yelling, "Can you help me set the table?" She says, "Hold on, Grandpa. I'm watching someone clean a cow's hoof." I said, "Why?" She said it was next on the playlist, and it's satisfying. I said, "You know what's satisfying? Me eating a sandwich at the table without having to pick off glitter." And every now and then she joins the scrapbooking madness. You'd think she'd rebel, but no, she makes TikToks about it. She got one called Crafting with the Old People. It's just me in the background yelling, "Why are we keeping all these used envelopes?" That video got 400,000 views. I'm viral, and not the good kind. One night, I tried to be romantic with my wife. I lit candles, played music. She looks at me and says, "Oh, babe, that reminds me, I have the perfect paper to match this ambiance." Next thing I know, she's ripping a page out of a 1930s cookbook and gluing it into a leather-bound journal labeled Candlelight Vibes. Even my dogs are in on it. They made them a scrapbook called Paws and Memories. The dogs did what dogs do. They peed on it, which honestly made me love them even more. I thought, finally, I get to throw something away. But no. My wife chimes in, "Look at the authentic distressing." I once tried to throw away a bent paperclip. Rookie mistake. Three women grasp in unison like I'd cursed at the Pope. My mom goes, "That's not trash. That's a binding hinge for the gratitude pocket flip-out folder thingamajig doohickey whatever." Yeah, I said, I don't even know what half those words mean. I don't ever say the word declutter in my house. That's a trigger word. I said it once. My mother-in-law started twitching like a Victorian ghost. She whispered, "But what if I need a receipt from 1976 to complete my autumn harvest layout?" It's gotten so bad I started journaling too, just to cope. I wrote day 87, still trapped. No sign of masculine decor. Sent a stress signal made from stick-on letters and a broken earring. Might not make it to football season. But hey, despite the chaos, the glitter, the hoarding of expired coupons, for aesthetic reasons, of course, what I discovered, though, is it's not hoarding if it can possibly use for crafting. It's kind of like the books. We probably have 3,000 books. Couldn't tell you what any of them are about, because every one of them is missing at least a chapter. And you would think 3,000 would be enough books, but no. We need to go to Goodwill. We need a special book for the signature in a new junk journal we want to start. I have an idea. How about we start dinner and laundry? It was like they'd been waiting on me to ask. In unison, they told me, "Great idea. Let us know when it's done." I'm going back to work. At least I get paid for it there. I wouldn't trade them, though. They're loud, they're crafty, and a little crazy. They're constantly hot gluing buttons to things that were perfectly fine. But they love each other, and I love them. Even if I have to eat dinner off a payroll of scrapbook paper that says, live, laugh, and craft, I guess I'll keep 'em.